Hey guys, Shiny here. Welcome to another single gun challenge on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Today I'm going to be doing the OTS. Now, as you guys know, the rules for this challenge are the same as last time, but I'll try to explain them again. Just run over them real quick. I'm not even going to put up the little graphics this time. So there is the rule of I can't use any damaging attachments, and this includes dual wield. I cannot buy more than 5 perks. I cannot build any equipment, and I need to make it at least on or pass, well rather, I just need to pass round 20. That's the whole objective, that's the name of the game. Anyway, I'm using the OTS, or as my friends call it, the Otis. I don't know why they call it the Otis, but it's the Otis. Either way, I don't have, to just prove this, I don't have any damaging ones. I'm just going to go through here real quick. So this hipfire, horizontal, 30 magazine, speed tape, and stock. This is the only thing that can really do any damage, and I don't want to add that for obvious reasons, because again, I break the rules. I also don't really have any, like, this is basically I have barely used this submachine gun. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Especially in zombies. I barely use it in zombies. Anyway, so we're doing Firebase Z, and in the next video we will be doing Marauder Toad. So let's get right to it. Yeah, we're here. Driving right into Vietnam, or Shaw Valley rather, in Vietnam. And we jump out with our OTS. Also, I did change my skill to the Toxic Growth, as again, that's kind of also part of the challenge. I need to change my skill as well every time. I always try to do that. But yeah, I'm happy with the OTS. It's pretty okay. Well, I did test it out to make sure that this thing wasn't gonna be too overpowered, and Jesus Christ, this thing is honestly insanely weak, and doesn't help that I'm not the best with it at all. So I still like this gun. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not a big fan of SMGs, especially when you play multiplayer in this game. It's just overused as hell. But yeah, I'll keep using this. I'll keep going. Like I said, I'm gonna go through all guns in this game eventually. Some machine guns are definitely going to be the easiest ones to me. The OTS is definitely one of the weaker submachine guns though, so I won't be surprised if I do go down somehow. These are one-shots that I had. Okay, I'm wrong. And let's reload. Oh, I forgot. That's like the one thing I kind of always forget about Cold War, is that you can just pick up the... You can just pick up frickin', my mind likes going blank sometimes. It's the best thing ever. You can just pick up the max ammo without reloading. That's what I was trying to say. I lost my train of thought there for a minute. Now I get a little bit of insight to interactions with me. It's stupid. Stupidity at its finest. But either way, I already got my first perk, so I'm stuck with Quick Revive for now, but that's all good. I'm going to be able to get Tombstone, but I don't probably want to get Tombstone. It's not essential. Like, I want the essential stuff to be Jug, Quick Revive, and Stamina, but I should probably actually switch it up sometimes. Because I kind of like, you know, having always a mix of perks, and especially since this is supposed to be a challenge, and I made it so that 5 perks are the minimum you can get, or the maximum you can get rather. Either way, I usually want to like probably mix up the perks because I don't want to make them all the same because it just seems like it would get boring then. Just in my opinion. Using the same stuff, it gets really boring, and that's why I also like doing challenges like this, where I just kind of losing... Like I said, I don't want to, like, buy the same stuff. Otherwise, I would basically be buying Quick Revive, Jug, Stamina Up, and Speed Cola. But, like, I don't want to, again, like, repeat what I did the last time, so I'm definitely gonna... I'm gonna buy Tombstone, Jug, Speed Cola, and probably Stamina Up. Like, there's really not many perks that are really amazing in this game. You still need Jug all the time. And Quick Revive is not really essential, but it's insanely useful. Getting you some extra damage. Not extra damage, extra regeneration, man. I am very, very out of it. I am apologizing right now for if I sound insanely tired. That's because I am. Oh. I do like that it gives you like 1,000 points after you finish it. It's very nice. Maybe I should maybe I should actually like, turn off like the interactions. I'm not sure if anyone actually likes or dislikes the interactions. I don't mind them. The reason why I have captions on is because at the start I was constantly listening to the story of it, even if the story was kind of just boring in my opinion. I still like being able to like read the captions because sometimes I cannot hear over the shots of the gun, especially something like an OTS or a shotgun even. Like they're way too freaking loud. Oh, speaking of OTS, I need to get Sam for it. The Crash helicopter. We are on Crash from Modern Warfare. Ah, okay. Look at that. Man, a random sentry. Oh, hi. I wasn't even trying to, like, make that happen. I was just trying to, like... What I was going to say was, like, oh, look, a random sentry. Time to pick it up. And then just act like I didn't know what the mimic was. You know, I clearly know what it is. On one hand, I dislike the mimic. On the other hand, I like it a lot. Like, the design of it is really cool. I hate the fact that, like, it's just like, oh, yeah, it's going to hide in plain sight. But, like, it's super obvious. Like, it's too obvious. I think I've only had it a couple times where it actually, you know, was a semtex or something like that. Something I actually wanted. It's like, I knew for a fact that, like, when I see a sentry on the ground, usually, and by usually I mean all the time, it is a mimic. There's not a single time where a sentry was not a mimic. Same thing with, same thing with, like, stuff like the helicopter. You never really get that on the ground unless you do some challenges. Like, you know, like the attack helicopter, or chopper gun, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, as we're saying right now, the OTS is very slow in reloading. Even if I wasn't using a 30-round mag, which you kind of need to do because this thing has really low ammo, like, this thing is just very not amazing to me. It has such a slow reload, doesn't do basically any damage. Even after I upgrade this thing, it's probably not going to do that much damage. I already know that. Also, I'd like to actually kind of know, like, what is your guys' like favorite jingle? Because, like, I hear the jingles for the perk machines a lot, and I love a lot of them. I do love Tombstone a lot. I even loved it before, like, typically I loved Tombstone before Tombstone became very good, like, in this game. Like, I like the original Tombstone. I don't know why. It was kind of fun to use. Like, I'm not completely trying to be a douche when I use it either. I'm just, like, thinking, well, it's going to save my friends, I think, because I think like, I'm pretty sure if it was, like, it feeds the zombies. That's what it says. It feeds the zombies. So, if you press it, you feed the zombies, and then after you feed the zombies, they will stop attacking your friend, basically. And it would just basically end. The round would end, usually. That's the reason why I kind of like having Tombstone. You know, yes, theoretically, it's not the best, and it's only used in multiplayer, it's still pretty good. But then comparing it to stuff like Quick Revive, Jug, Speed Cola, Speed Stamina Up, basically like anything else, like comparing it to anything else, it's pretty butt cheeks. It's a lot. Like there's nothing really good I can say about it. Like at all. But like I said, the most I can say is that it's like it's a good perk. That's all I can really say. It's like a decent perk in Black Ops 2. But in this game, it's like the best perk ever. It's basically who's who, but 10 times better, and it's also basically the replacement of a revive. Because in this game, you actually don't want to use Quick Revive, really. You just want it for regeneration. You're never going to probably use the revive feature unless you get to tier 5 and actually want to use it for whatever reason. Like, I don't see an actual reason to use it, though. It's not in my opinion. Like there is no reason why you would actually want to use, Quick Revive to actually revive, because you end up losing, because Quick Revive is almost always your first perk. Even if you don't want your first perk, it will be in your first perk slot. So, like, when you actually end up using oh god, I cannot concentrate when there's like so many zombies. When you use Quick Revive to revive, you end up losing you end up losing more of your perks than you normally would. You end up losing all your perks except for 2. While if you did Tombstone, you lose only, the perks that you should normally lose. You only actually lose the amount that you need to lose. Comparing that to Quick Revive, where you lose everything but 2, and that's really bad. I like having at least 3 perks in this game, and usually my perks after Tombstone are Quick Revive and Jug, and if it's not that, then it's like Speed Cola and Jug. So I think Tombstone is 10 times better than Quick Revive in almost every sense of the word, at least in this game. In the older games, definitely not. Quick Revive is basically the godsend, but in this game, it is horrible. I forgot to grab ammo. Like, in this game, Quick Revive just regenerates your health faster, basically, and again, it can be useful online, it can be useful for wanting to revive yourself if you don't have Tombstone or Self-Revive. Well, all you get is a little pistol, and if you get 1 kill with that, then you can get revived, but... Oh, God. But, like, it's just so useless to me. Like, sure, you can theoretically get a kill with a pistol, but then what's going to end up happening? You're going to end up having probably either a very bad amount of... Like, basically, like, when you lose all your perks, you're kind of screwed. If you're on a higher round, especially. You will be completely screwed if you end up, like, running into a horde of zombies. You cannot survive that. Like, if you don't have any perks, especially, you will basically die. Like, I think it's possible to go this game without, like, having Tombstone or Quick Revive. I think it's possible to get to, like, really high rounds even without those 2 perks, but... Jeez, it must be really difficult. Because all you get is Self-Revives, though. Self-Revives are actually probably both my least favorite and my most favorite thing they added to this game. Because, like, it's good for the newbie players who never really play Call of Duty Zombies, where it's like, oh, I don't really need to self-revive because I'm... Okay, like, the best way I can explain it is, like, usually the newer players need the self-revive because they're going to be a lot worse at the game than a normal player is. But the newer players don't really need the help, which kind of sucks. It makes it, like, kind of useless for me and for a lot of other players that are actually good at zombies. And, I know for a fact I'm not, like, perfect at zombies, but I know for a fact I'm better than the average person. Like, you've seen what I pulled off in the last video. I can pull the same off here. It's just not going to be as surprising. Because, it's an OTS and not an M1911. Like, the M1911 is very good, but, like, this thing is a submachine gun. There's nothing that can really... You can't really beat a submachine gun when it comes to, like, a pistol against a submachine gun. What is better? It's pretty obvious. Honestly, this should be a pretty quick video, hopefully, because the OTS kills a lot quicker than the M1911s do, and it has a little bit less ammo, but that's okay, because after I pack punch, it should have more ammo. Keyword should. Again, I never really used the OTS that much. I only used it like one time to, practice with it a little bit before this video, and other than that, I did not use it at all. I have not used it at all really in zombies. I used it only in multiplayer to get the quad feed, and that's it. After I got the quad feed with it, I put it down. Basically, I put down... I basically put, like... I put all of them... After I got done with all the quad feeds, I put basically most of the guns down. I do not like submachine guns in this game. Oh! I forgot I had stamina. I forgot I didn't have stamina. Oh, that hurt a lot. Okay, I got the die breaker. I'm gonna get stamina. But, yeah. Like, I just can basically straight up say that, like... the submachine guns in this game are just kind of busted to me. They're, like, too good. PPSH and the PPSH, the LC-10, the Bullfrog, the fucking, the MAC-10, the Milano, like, they're all basically freaking amazing. The only one that's really kind of bad is the OTS, in my opinion, and the KSP, because the KSP is a 3-round burst, and this thing just has really weak damage to me. But then again, I'm only mainly using it in zombies, and I used it one time for a quad. But, yeah. I still think, like, it's possible to enjoy this game, but, like, if you're using a submachine gun, it just ruins the game for me. Like, I'm saying, like, you use it, and you jump around corners, you spray, you just play like an absolute madman, or you camp. I hate that. I hate the fact that, like, the entirety of Call of Duty has now become whoever can get the whoever can jump like right away. Like basically in this newer Call of Duty and in basically any newer Call of Duty, if you jump, you will win most of your gunfights because some people might not have aim assist. And it's either that or people will not expect to, aim at the person who's jumping. This is the case where you have players that just do this the whole game. And they have people that just camp in corner. You have people that just sit in the back of the map with a thermal LMG, the scoped LMG. It's just so boring. Like, on one hand, I like Cold War because it's definitely one of the more faster-paced Call of Duties I've played. It's also a lot of fun to use some of the weapons in this game, but, like, in my opinion, the SMGs are just too powerful. Like, way too powerful for this game. Like, I don't mind using them in Zombies, obviously, because in Zombies it's a completely different story. But in multiplayer, it feels like it's just such a douchey thing to do. Like, I have a PPSH class with 71 rounds in multiplayer. It's so douchey, at least in my opinion. It fires so fast, it has so much ammo. I can't really say it's not douchey, because it is. I know a lot of people are probably actually gonna hate for me for it, but, like, the SMGs in this game are just too powerful. And then you might be saying, like, oh, but every gun in this game is powerful. Kind of like how Modern Warfare 2? No. No, not every gun in this game is powerful. I can give you great examples of guns that are just so dog shit in this game. For one, the Gallo. This thing actually used to be good. Now it's shit. You cannot use it in multiplayer, really, unless you want to get a two-shot kill. Like, basically, you cannot get a one-shot unless you're directly behind the person, and you have to hit all your pellets. But comparing that to something like the Howler and the Street Sweeper, the two best shotguns, you basically can just see how good a shotgun can be. The Gallo and the Ironhide are the worst shotguns in this game. And they're pretty much the worst guns in this game in general, in my opinion. The Ironhide is supposed to feel like a KSG, is my guess, or the Argus, but it just does not feel like either. It feels like a poor man's version of both of those guns. It has the range, but not the damage. The damage is absolutely horrible. I'm able to aim down sights with it pretty quickly, and I'm pretty good at aiming. It was decent enough to where I won't completely screw myself over. But when you're using the Ironhide, you need to be always on guard, because you need to aim down sights right away, and if you don't aim down sights, you're guaranteed death. I'll get those 100 seconds. Don't pack much. Fuck off. Sorry for the small rant, but it's just Cold War is both the most fun and most aggravating game I've ever played. I see very few people use guns that actually challenge themselves. They just only use the meta guns. You know, if the meta guns are basically the same as they've been for the past how long? The meta guns are the MAC-10, the AK-74U, the AK-47, even the XM4. And yes, I'm allowed to actually do this because this is technically not. I'm allowed to get score streaks, but because this technically isn't crafting. I bought it, technically. But remind you, these are free. I'm counting this as fine. That is actually there's nothing in the rules that says I can't buy score streaks or use them like this, because you actually are given this. You're basically, it's the incentive to use it, especially when there's so many zombies. Even if I have a pack punch weapon, these things are going to be strong, as you can already tell, because they're kind of overwhelming me already. I really should have probably gotten Deadshot. That's the thing I had before, Deadshot. Well, I'm already at round 16, so I don't think I have to deal with another one of those again, which is luckily.
I knew there was Soviet strength within you.
Thank you, Reznov. Or Ravenov. Yeah.
Prepare yourself for the next breach.
I'm already prepared, basically. I only need to last 4 more rounds, basically. As I said, this is a lot faster than the M1911. It's mainly because this map is just kind of fast in general, in my opinion. The area I was camping in D Machine or Die Machine or whatever, that spot is basically the most active spot on the whole map. That and Spawn. Both of those spots are insanely active. But they're also a little dangerous. While this one, it's just you have a huge area to run in, but it has it has very fast spawns as well. The thing is, I can also challenge myself further and give myself the worst perks for my position. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just pick, like, the 5 worst perks that could not, like, basically not help me in my situation. And in this case, it would be PhD and... It would be, like, something like PhD, basically, it'd be 5 perks that are just not as helpful as the other perks. Like, for example, I would get only, like, Elemental Pop, Stamina Up, PhD, Death Perception, and probably Speak Hollow. Like that's really it. Like that basically be like the worst setup to have because I don't have a revive then. I also don't have a way to regen health faster. But I'm not gonna be that mean to myself because if I'm that mean to myself, I will probably cry. Also, did you notice that was a Mangler? I killed him in 5 seconds. Like, that's how pathetic the Mangler is, in my opinion. It's so pathetic. As soon as you know the arm cannon is, like, its weak spot, you can take it down in the span of 5 seconds, especially with SMGs like this. And if you haven't already noticed, this is basically just a lot less chaotic than when I was using the M1911s, because, again, the entirety of Firebase Z is just super big and wide, and on top of that, this gun is too good. And yeah, I know, I have Instincl right now, so I can't really say it's that good, but, like, it's still pretty freaking good. Definitely not the best SMG, and I'll be getting to that when I get to the PPSH eventually. I'm also gonna, like I said, attempt to do the Onslaught modes. So when I do Onslaught modes, I'm going to attempt to make a new rule set for that. Like, the thing is like, it's near impossible to not pick up the perks, especially, like, for example, if I'm stuck with, like, a melee weapon during the Onslaught mode, I'm basically forced to pick up the perks. So, like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think I'll just keep I'll just have to remove the perk rule, and instead I would have to make it to, like, like, wave 30-ish, I think, would be the best bet. Because at least then it gives me an actual challenge compared to using guns on the same 4 maps over and over again. Because, like, I know these maps pretty much by heart now, for the most part. I don't know the Easter eggs, but I know, like, the maps by heart now. So, like, playing the same maps over and over again will get very boring for me and very boring for you guys, the viewers. I care way more about you guys, though, because, like, I don't want you guys to just get bored of this by, like, episode 4 and just not want to watch it ever again. So, like, I'm trying to make this be, like, a fun little series I'm doing, along with a couple other challenges I'm eventually going to be doing. Challenges are just fun for me to do. And it's fun to watch, in my opinion. Because, like, I watch a bunch of challenge videos, and in my opinion, they're just, like, the most fun things to view for a case of zombies content. I don't mind, like, watching the best setups for zombies. I don't mind watching the high round trends. I don't mind watching the Easter eggs. But, like, everything that isn't a challenge just feels kind of bland. Not, like, bad bland, but it's just bland. It's just, standard game. That's kind of the reason why I also like Black Ops 3, which allows me to, mod it. I get to have as many mods as I want on it. I can add maps and all that. That's my favorite thing about Black Ops 3 Zombies. And like, I'm saying this right now, Black Ops 3 is definitely the best zombies. There's nothing that can top it, really. Unless Treyarch decides to, make Black Ops 2 2025 and, allows us to get the custom map editor, basically, again. Then, like, other than that, like, there's no way they're gonna make there's no zombies they're gonna make that are better than Black Ops 3. And that's just the kind of sad truth, because, in my opinion, Cold War isn't the worst zombies, but it's definitely never gonna be as good as Black Ops 3. It's just, like, something that I can, like, always, like, it's something I can always pick up and play, but it's just, like, the one I relax on the most. Because, like, in Black Ops 2, I need to actually try. Black Ops 3, I don't need to try, but I would like to get higher rounds on that, so I actually try a little bit. In this game, it feels like I don't need to try. At least not with, like, the good guns. Especially, like, right now, I am actually kind of bored playing with the OTS already. And it's only been 20 rounds. Like, Jesus, man. It is a slog, in my opinion, just to do this. Like, mentally, at least. Mentally and physically. Especially because it is, like, the middle of the night as well. That doesn't really help. And I have the purple die breaker, so basically I'm invincible. Oh, whoops, I forgot to do my last thing, which was add myself... Get my armor back. I mean, I already know that the end of this round is going to give me armor, but whatever. Oh no, a bunch of zombies are on my thing. Whatever shall I do? But I can have an oil-powered submachine gun. I also don't have an artillery to get. And that angler's already dead. Dude, it's just so easy to kill with anglers. It's not even funny. Like, it's a little funny, but like it's just kind of sad too. Like this guy is supposed to be one of the mini bosses, and he's just the most useless mini boss ever. Like even the Mangler is better than it, and not the Mangler, but the fucking mimics are better than the Mangler. It's just kind of sad. Cause like the mimic is so easy to kill too. It's just that like the Mangler is just obviously worse. Like it dies super quickly. Anyways, we're finally done. And by finally, I mean we're done. Like it didn't take that long at all. I'm pretty sure that like when I eventually get to rocket launchers and crossbow, it will be a long video. And by long video, I mean like a long recording session. The video will probably be cut down to save your guys' brain power and my sanity. Because editing like over 30 minutes of content. Okay, I'm gonna just do this and this and this. And coming down, and another one done. Let's go. OTS was pretty fun, but easy. Kind of made it slowly boring, but you know, can't do anything about it. I'll take somewhat fun gameplay over I want to die gameplay. And by I want to die gameplay, I mean it being painful instead of boring. I gotta say, this was kind of fun though. Just playing with this was kind of fun, and I put that very much like in quotation marks. It was kind of fun. Like I don't know. I'm gonna still upload this video and all that, and I'm still gonna hope you guys actually enjoy it. But to me, this was a boring challenge. If you click off the video at this moment, or even before this, I do not blame you at all. This is a very easy gun to use, so yeah. I'm gonna try not to be super bored when I use the SMGs next time, but until then, this was the single gun challenge, and I was Shiny. See you guys all next time.